The Council of the Iraq Dominion sat in silence, their war room dimly lit by the holographic projection of the battlefield. The galaxy's greatest fleets, armadas of the Veyrak, the Sharn, and even the merciless Korth, had been shattered. For centuries, the Iraq had ruled unchallenged, their dominions stretching across spiral arms. Yet now, an enemy older than their archives and hungrier than any predator was devouring entire star systems. The foe called themselves the KYRRN, insectoid swarms whose endless hive fleets blotted out suns. No diplomacy worked, no technology slowed them, and no alliance of alien powers could hold the tide. The War Council was desperate. "They are at the gates of Ver Prime," one general rasped, his mandibles clicking nervously. "Once that world falls, the core systems are open. We have exhausted every weapon in our arsenals." A silence stretched, long, heavy, hopeless. Finally, the oldest among them spoke. "There is one more option." Gasps spread through the chamber. The word they all feared to speak hung heavy in the stale air. Humans. The Iraq had observed Earth for centuries, dismissing its people as reckless, divided, and dangerously inventive. Too volatile to be trusted with power, too stubborn to be ruled. The Council had sworn never to involve them in galactic affairs. And yet, extinction leaves little room for pride. The vote was unanimous. A single message was sent to Earth. On a storm-lashed night above the Atlantic, in the command bunker of Earth's defense network, Admiral James Faulkner read the alien plea. The corners of his mouth twitched into the faintest smile. Humanity had always suspected the galaxy watched them, measuring their worth. Now, at last, they were being called. Within days, Earth's skies roared with launch fire. Fleets long hidden beneath oceans and buried under ice sheets rose to the stars. The humans had prepared not for conquest but for survival. Every scrap of history, the wars, the crises, the brutal lessons of their past, had forged them into something the galaxy feared. A species that refused to die quietly. When the human fleet arrived at Ver Prime, the alien commanders expected reinforcements, ships to stand beside theirs and die bravely. What they witnessed instead defied every calculation. The humans did not deploy in defensive formations. They charged. Ward's lips curled into the faintest of smiles. "That's what you wanted to believe. While you squabbled over protocol and tribute, humans innovated. We reverse-engineered wrecks you left behind. We built in silence, hidden beneath your disdain. And now here we are." The Supreme Speaker's mandibles clacked furiously. "You dare threaten the Council? You think yourself beyond consequence." Ward stepped closer, his voice lowering into something colder than any weapon. "We are not here to threaten. We are here to reject. Humanity does not bow. We do not yield. Your diplomacy is nothing but slavery disguised as order. And if you come for us..." His gaze swept across every towering delegate. "Then you will discover why every empire in history feared us when we chose to fight." For the first time in millennia, the council chamber trembled. Not from weapons, but from silence. The delegates exchanged glances, unease rippling like shockwaves. The council had faced rebellions, uprisings, even wars, but never had a species so young, so underestimated, stood before them and declared outright defiance. The Veyrak delegate hissed, "If you reject diplomacy, then only war remains." Ward finally allowed himself a thin smile. "So be it. Humanity didn't come here asking for your approval. We came to deliver a message. If you ever set foot on Earth, if you ever send your fleets into our skies, you won't just lose a war, you'll lose the illusion that you were ever in control." Without another word, he turned and walked from the chamber. Behind him, the council sat in stunned silence. Some whispered of immediate retaliation. Others warned caution. But all of them felt the same unfamiliar chill. Fear. Because for the first time in centuries, the council had seen a species that could not be manipulated, bribed, or broken. Humanity had rejected their diplomacy, and the galaxy would never be the same.